Hello, water signs and those with water dominant placements in their chart. Thank you for joining me here at the Oracle of the Feather Crown Tree for your Sacred Directions reading. The energy for this reading should be good for about the next 2 weeks, starting with the Virgo full. I keep saying full. New moon that we're having. Brand new moon this week. So this card reading is an elemental reading, so I'll be looking at the different elements going on in your reality and sharing messages that come through for that. So we're going to start with your center card, which actually represents your will. Now, the will, if in alignment with more of a divine will, is about giving and receiving from your heart space. If this is more in alignment with an ego-based pursuit, it will feel more fear-connected, perhaps, or survival, and just more protective in general. So let's start here then and see what we get. By the way, I feel that your reading off the cuff here has just an overall vibe of seeming a little bit disjointed, so you may not feel fully collected at this time. You may feel fragmented, basically, and like as you're going about your life in the physical realm and then the mental realm and the emotional space, it may be kind of all over the place. So in your center card, I see that you've reached a real level of cosmic awareness, and there is a desire for this to feel healthy, for this to feel in harmony with your day-to-day reality. I'm getting nudged, though, that it's like this is the desire. This actually isn't maybe taking place, or maybe this will come to be during this time period. But this sort of presence of what is outside of you is fully able to be reflected from what is within you, that there's just harmony, and through that a sense of idealism and pleasure is coming through. Yet there is almost a pursuit that's even beyond this, that transcends this, that seems, it almost feels like it's circular thinking, like a cat chasing its tail or something. Like it comes back to where it began, and all of a sudden the beginning is exalted as the highest aspect here. And this energy does feel a little bit intimidating, even slightly threatening, and almost alien and animal, like a mixture of those two things. And then it feels like it encloses itself, and then on the outside of that there's some real despair and not really understanding it or feeling separated from that energy. So there's this potential to be, content, almost like blissful, the bliss of ignorance. But beyond that layer, there's something there that has been exalted and if looked at, or if just the awareness of it is bringing a sense of tire, like there's a feeling of weariness here. So I'm not quite sure there what is going on. It feels definitely of the higher mind, though, like something beyond just your day-to-day simple reality. These are like the bigger the bigger reality, you know, the energy here. And for that to be like really in your driving position there, you may be trying to resolve issues about cosmic consciousness, about theories of existence and power, and where the power is right now on a cosmic level. The major, you know, players in the astral realms and in the heavenly realms, and what really defines that space for you. What is beyond your current understanding, or maybe a previous understanding of reality that seemed simple and harmonious and beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to look at your passion and even spiritual placement here on the east. By the way, you have a double rainbow, so something's going on here that we'll see. We'll see why this showed up. So what I'm getting here is that you're having to sort of take something that seems holistic, and when it's put through something and separated into different wavelengths, you may be able to examine it a little bit more. You may be able to then put the light on that. And in doing that, it may help dissipate some of this darker energy, some of this thought that doesn't feel well-defined and feels a little bit moody and sad. So I feel that you're really trying to get beyond this space, which I'm actually seeing here as well. This, you know, kind of down in the dumps vibe, which may be because you're re-examining some core beliefs that you have, especially around your spiritual understandings. And you're trying to revive them. You're trying to make them, you know, you're trying to clarify them. You're trying to bring understanding to them. You're trying to make them the best that they can be, you know, make them the rainbow that they can be. So, as I look now in your emotional space, I guess what I'm getting here is that you have a natural understanding of how to have a happy reality, you know, this day-to-day life. You get how simple it could be and how easy it is to let things be in that state of flowering, which for you, I think you hold almost sacred, like you love that stage, you know, not even trying to get to the fruit of something, but the actual flowering of something is so wonderful to you. And the sense that it could keep flowering and there's more growth and more abundance, like you just adore that energy. You may be one that likes to keep a lot of flowers around yourself, or, you know, you enjoy going out and seeing flowers and whatnot. So it seems, though, beyond this, the comfort of what you know to be true, of what really gives you the greatest pleasure in life, you know, there is this space that is unresolved. And to get to creating this rainbow out of this darker space, this cloudy, murky realm that supersedes this simple reality that you have, you may need to ask for some assistance or tune into something that feels like it can help guide you. So, you know, instinctively here I get to like ancestors or beings in the spirit realm that are there for your assistance. So if you have a means or you want to connect to that, I think that that would help you immensely. Okay, we're going to look now at your earth placement here, which is dealing more with the physical aspects of your reality. And I feel like you are, I'm getting this idea that it's fragmented, yet it is kind of redundant. Like you may be finding that you're repeating yourself a lot, like what you're doing may feel like it's kind of going around in circles, and you're not actually really getting anywhere at all. And you're just kind of locked into something that feels repetitive and slowly repetitive. So you may feel like you're in an energy that has been just on repeat since the beginning of your existence, in a way. And I don't feel like this is bringing you a lot of joy and contentment, but it fills your space, it fills your entire reality. And I get the sense that you are really isolated in this, and that the repetition has become the center of what you're doing, and it's not really about you just being you and you being free, but finding a pattern, finding something that makes your life maybe seem easy because it is knowable and digestible and just easy to perform. But yet I caution you, because without that sense of play, without freedom, life can become too routine, too dull in what you're doing on a daily basis. Okay, so now I'm going to look here at your air element, which is mainly about how you are choosing to communicate and interact. And here I feel like there's some scariness in you, in how you're expressing yourself, and maybe a little bit of anger, and you want to kind of just screech out whatever this is within you. I definitely get that it's there, it's on the surface, but maybe you're not fully releasing it. You're not quite sure if you should speak on something that has you irritated. You may be of kind of two perspectives about whatever this is, or during one part of the day you feel one way about it, and then during another part of the day you feel differently about it, and that could be kind of a routine for you. And it may have you feeling kind of tied up. It may be affecting your digestive system. You may feel just a little bit compartmentalized inside, like you're not like in clockwork, like things aren't working real seamlessly for you. And it has you feeling, somewhat aggressive and defensive at the same time. So something's going on here. I'm not, of course, privy to what each individual circumstance is here, but there seems to be just, when it comes to self-expression, almost like there could even be a little bit of rage going on here too, that's not being expressed to a certain degree. You've got your claws out, and I do feel that whatever is triggering this for you is something so core, something so primal. It definitely relates to something more animal within us. So, like the lower chakras, especially the root chakra and sacral chakra, your survival, your gender identity, your sexuality, your security, your self-expression, your ability to create through your desires and whatnot. So yeah, you've got a very complicated reading, so you may really be feeling not at your best right now, and having to process things on so many different levels is really quite intense here. So I do hope that you will find, I think like your saving grace may be some connection to something higher than you. And really just, letting, rest assured, I guess, but that this is energy, so it moves. And this is just something that you're going to be processing, and it's going to be for your greater good somehow, some way. And sometimes, that the harder it gets, the better the result will be, like the more growth that you'll experience. So I do hope that you will receive some blessings as you go through this process. And I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.